Support WrestleTalk!
It's Money in the Bank predictions time. Hello, you're watching WrestleTalk. I'm El Fakador Laurie Blake. I'm joined by Ollie Davis and Adam Blompier to give our predictions for 2020's WWE Money in the Bank. And you can give your predictions to Money in the Bank too by becoming a pledge hammer on Patreon, where you can join Wrestle League, our predictions competition, where you get to compete against us in guessing what's going to happen in WWE pay-per-views.
Whoa.
We're not
sorry,
good at it.
Laurie, I'm really sorry to interrupt, mate. Did we actually clarify who won the last Wrestle League? Because I can't remember out of everyone in the office. Obviously, you guys have been here a lot longer than I have, so I don't know how this works. But who actually won the last Wrestle League?
Because I'm a smart ass.
What does the winner normally get? Like 50% pay rise?
Well, I am owed 350% pay rises. That is 150% pays.
Oh, exciting.
Oliver, dance, Ollie.
It's
the
a
bank
trophy.
and bring me my money. Let's kick this off anyway with Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt. Not the Fiend, just plain flavour Bray. Ready salted Bray.
Oh, you've teed me up spectacularly. I think Braun Strowman is not only going to beat Bray Wyatt, I think he's going to squash Bray Wyatt. Bray is his kind of happy, cheerful self. He is not Super Saiyan, Supersonic, Chaos Emerald powered, so he is going to get destroyed, and then he's going to bring his little friend to meet Braun.
His little friend.
Yeah, not his penis. I mean the Fiend.
This is why Braun left the Wyatt family. This exact sort of behaviour.
Pretty toxic.
To clarify, I did win the last Wrestle League. Just because we didn't actually answer the questions. So just to clarify, not Bray's penis, and I won Wrestle League.
So I guess the argument is Braun wins to set up a bigger money match with the Fiend. But I also think you can't underestimate WWE reverting to the plan that they changed beforehand, which is just get the belt as quickly as possible onto Bray so he can be the champion, build it up for ages so he can eventually drop it to Roman Reigns. Whether you do that now or you do it with the Fiend like you said, at SummerSlam maybe, I don't know, but it is a big 5 Money in the Bank, but it's coming after the other big show, WrestleMania. I'm gonna say Bray wins.
You absolutely Steiner mathsed your way out of that one there. It's a big 5, but it just came after the other big 5, so they've got 33 and a third percent. Bray wins.
Do you really think Bray Wyatt is going to win?
In a cardigan.
He beat The Miz. Who's more fearsome than The Miz? He's a legit tough guy.
He's a Marine. I think this absolutely hums of a really stupid finish. I think The Fiend is going to interrupt the match, but because WWE this week has decided it's a different person, it's going to be a DQ, and Braun is going to win.
There's going to be 2 of them?
No, I think it's going to go dark, and The Fiend is going to come out, but they're going to say it's a different person, and they're going to DQ Bray for the Fiend attacking Braun, and that will somehow protect both men.
It's going to be Hulk Hogan seeing the Ultimate Warrior's reflection in the mirror, and no one else can. That totally could happen, because I feel like after the success of Firefly Funhouse match, they're going to misunderstand what made it genius and think, oh no, Bray Wyatt is an actual supernatural character, not just a psychologically complex one.
Oh my god. So, obviously with the stuff happening on the roof, a lot of parallels have been drawn between this pay-per-view and Halloween Havoc with the monster truck on the roof. I've just realised what they could do. They could have Bray and The Fiend both cuddling Braun Strowman from either side, like the Giant and the Yeti cuddling Hulk Hogan.
Bayley versus Tamina.
So Tamina is getting a bit of a push. I just think it's fodder to further the Banks and Bayley storyline, though. But there's no way Tamina's winning this. I think Bayley is retaining. But there might be some Banks involvement that maybe reaffirms their friendship or maybe makes it more fractured.
Every day is Tamina Tuesday. I am picking Tamina to lose this match. Obviously, Bayley's going to retain.
Oh, you Simon Cowled us.
Yeah, that's right.
I think also Bayley's going to retain, and I think there will be Sasha Banks' involvement. Next match is The New Day versus The Miz and John Morrison versus Forgotten Sons versus Lucha House Party.
I think maybe hey, hey, ho, ho. Miz has been punished enough, so they're going to whack the belts back on Miz and John Morrison. Actually, they could something bad could happen, then dissension. Obviously, those two might fall apart, and then that might be a SummerSlam feud. Bollocks to it, New Day to retain.
I do like the Forgotten Sons, and I can totally see WWE putting the belts on them.
I think you're the first person.
To sort of make them, to give them a bit of a threat. Now, I'm not saying that's a good idea. I'm not saying they'll follow through with it. I think they'll get bored. But yeah, you know what? I've talked myself into this. The Forgotten Sons.
No mistakes whatsoever. Answer my question!
I still think the New Day are going to win. So next it's the Women's Money in the Bank match, which has Asuka, Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax, Carmella, Dana Brooke, and Lacey Evans in it.
Money would probably be Shayna, because I think they're planning on holding off her coronation for a while, and also her with the briefcase is quite an interesting image. She doesn't need it, but it's kind of like Brock having it. There's a storm coming. But I actually think she's not in the match now, but I think Sasha will be walking away with the briefcase when all's said and done. I think Dana, you're in danger, girl. I think she's the most disposable member of the match. Possibly Carmella. I think Bayley and Sasha are going to jump one of those two women, either on SmackDown or on the show itself, because Bayley is okay, I need Sasha to have the briefcase because she's my friend and she'll never cash in on me. Perfect, I'm going to be champion forever. And then we just build that to SummerSlam.
Wild pick, though. Picking someone who's not even in the match.
Yeah, but that's literally what happened last year at Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
So.
Forgotten Sons are a sure bet. There is no precedent for that happening in Money in the Bank. So something happened on last night's Raw where they're promoting Becky Lynch as turning up on next Monday's Raw to confront the Women's Money in the Bank winner.
Oh.
Instant regret.
Kind of says to me that it's going to be a Raw person. She's been my pick for a couple of months now because they're pushing her really hard, and it seems like WWE management have fallen in love with her all over again. I'm going to go for Asuka.
I'm also going to go for Asuka because I can see the finish now. I can see them climbing up the ladder. I can see two people wrestling over the top, and Asuka just stops wrestling and just in the face, and they fall 60 foot off a ladder and die, and she takes down the briefcase. So the next match is Drew McIntyre, the WWE champion, versus Seth Rollins, the Monday Night Messiah. I think Seth is going to win. I think Seth is going to win, and they are going to put the belt back on Drew at SummerSlam in front of a crowd if they can, which is exactly what happened with Seth last year.
Nah, Drew's going to win, mate. Drew's going to win. It's his first defense.
I agree. I think Drew McIntyre is going to retain. He's exceeded my expectations. I just assumed after the last decade that we can't, affable, kick-ass baby faces don't work anymore. But they do, and he's proved it. Every week on Raw, he's smart as a character. He's smart. He stands tall at the end. I'm really looking forward to this match. I think it's actually the best told story in WWE at the moment. Drew to retain.
Well, that's nonsense about the best told story in WWE at the moment, because somebody has returned for the men's Money in the Bank match, and his name is AJ Styles, and he got buried in a boneyard match where there are no rules, so it's fine. He didn't actually lose to The Undertaker, so says AJ. Also in the match is Otis Dozovic, Baron Corbin, Aleister Black, and Rey Mysterio. Daniel
Bryan's a great winner. Aleister Black would probably be the best elevation of someone who's been brewing for a while, but that would be two Raw Money in the Bank winners.
Also, can you imagine Aleister Black with the little briefcase, with his little tin lunchbox coming down to the ring?
Yeah, but what a cash-in it will be, just one black mass. I mean, before the participants were decided, I really thought it was going to be Jinder Mahal. I thought Jinder was going to win it. I thought he was going to cash in on Drew, and Drew would just beat him. And that, it's a way to write the Money in the Bank stuff off for this kind of write-off year. So
You are stalling hard, sir.
it's a vocal thought process. All right. I'm going to say Daniel Bryan.
The phenomenal AJ Styles. Late replacements always win. Also, I think he suits the briefcase the most. I don't see Otis, even though he would actually probably keep his lunch in it. I don't see Daniel Bryan because he's already won it, and also he's sort of on his last run. I don't see Aleister Black because it doesn't fit visually. Baron Corbin, no. Rey Mysterio, maybe, but probably not because it's a face champ. AJ Styles is the only one that makes sense.
What do you mean you don't see Otis winning? It's a match about smashing up a tower block, and he's basically the human version of Wreck-It Ralph. I imagine he's going to win this briefcase. Because I can also see a moment when they get to the top in this filmic style match that they've done where there's going to be, dramatic shots of people falling off roofs and stuff. I can imagine a moment where he's at the bottom of this ladder looking up at this briefcase, and instead of the briefcase, he's picturing Mandy Rose. And he climbs up, and there's a moment where he takes the briefcase down, and he's actually holding Mandy in his arms, and then it's the briefcase, and it's Mandy in his arms, and he's calling himself Mr. Mandy in the Bank forever now. I just think it's too good to pass up. And yet I'm still going for AJ Styles.
Yeah, well, saying he looks up at Mandy, he looks up at the briefcase and it morphs into Mandy like, someone morphs into a pork chop when someone's hungry in a cartoon.
Exactly, yeah.
God.
Okay, and so the bonus question is, unusually for Money in the Bank, it's not will there be a cash-in this evening, it's going to be who will fall off the roof, because this is a special edition of Money in the Bank in which roofs are in play.
I mean, King Corbin makes the most sense, so I'm going to go with Corbin.
Baron Corbin's would be in a reversal of the I killed Mufasa moment that he did to Elias before WrestleMania. I killed Mufasa.
Do you think they're going to do the Alan Rickman Die Hard push?
Happy trails, Hans.
Well, you think they're actually going to do green screening?
Yes!
I think Nia's going to be the one pushed off the roof. Asuka and Baszler are going to decide that she's not VIP again, and they're going to kick her off the roof like they did on Raw last night.
Sonya Deville is going to get the ultimate revenge on Mandy Rose by killing her boyfriend.
Oh!
I think Otis is gonna fall through the planet.
They said don't travel, but he's ended up in Australia, so...
That is your next month's worth of skits of Otis trying to get back home from Australia, wearing like the hats.
How does she get him off the roof? She just goes holding a cake.
He looks at the cake and it turns into Mandy, but then turns back into a cake again.
So there you have it. Otis dies at Money in the Bank. That's your thumbnail and your title for you. That's all we have time for in these predictions. Remember, you can join our Patreon, become a pledge hammer, and you can join in Wrestle League predictions, which are going all the way up until SummerSlam, and then we'll decide a winner. It will probably be Adam. Ollie will probably be the loser, and he'll probably have to dance. So stick around for that. Please, if you like the video, leave us a like, give us a comment telling us what you think and what you think your predictions are going to be, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more awesome WrestleTalk goodies. I've been El Fakador, that's been Ollie Davis, there's been Adam Blompier. I'm pointing at you on my screen, but you're probably down here somewhere, and that was Money in the Bank predictions.